the place for comic book and anime reviews.
Hello you guys, welcome back to Brandon Campbell 12 YouTube channel. Here are comic book anime reviews. Here's my review for Powers of X, or also can be called Powers of 10, because it's the Roman numeral for the X, which just means 10. That's what Jonathan wants to be called. He wants to be called Powers of 10, not Powers of X. Cool cover we got right here for it. We got this different mutant who we're gonna learn about inside the book. And she's fighting, and there's a lot of stuff going on in this cover. Let's go over this. This kind of upsets me because I've read House of X. I really loved House of X. This book I can tell is going to be a little bit more confusing than House of X. I wish I could really review that one more. And I'm probably going to review it next week because I'm going to have a hard time just shooting 4 books next week. And this book costs a lot more than your typical issue. It costs $6. Unlike the $4, so you get like another $2 plus bump up with these books than you do with other books. So that's kind of sucky. And this one kind of jumps through time a lot more too. So we hear about like these time periods. You like X-Men Year 1, The Dream, X-Men Year 10, The World, which just has, our professor with the helmet on. Professor X-Men Year 100, The War, talking about the human mutant war that ends up coming out of this, and the Ascension, which is the ascension of the mutant race, and that happens in year 1000. So in year 1 we get Predator talks to this woman, and he's having this conversation with her, pretty much, kind of about the future and what the future for X-Men may hold, and what might happen. What will the dream for the X-Men be? And we get this page, and we don't figure out what this page really means. We see Ferris ask this girl a question. Who are you? What are you? And we don't really find out. He doesn't really reveal anything about it. But this is supposed to be like a big moment, according to Jonathan Hickman. This reveal, and we're going to get like the reveal probably later on. Cause I'm sure each issue is going to probably go through time, throughout, and this is really the beginning. We ain't cut over to the present time, year 10. Which is what we were on. We were in House of F. We were in Krakoa, and we were dealing with like humankind, kind of like rising up to the top, rising up in their power, pretty much. And we got a lot of deals being made throughout this, and a lot of order deals are really starting to happen, and we don't really know completely what's going on there. We then move to 100, and the humans are kind of starting to take back their pride. They're starting to win again, it seems. And we got like the Sentinels doing their thing. They're like destroying humankind. And the mutants have kind of like merged their bodies together. Pretty much they've been experimented on, and they've used to create this new mutant called Rasputin. But it was being created many times to attack Sentinels and fight back during the war, pretty much. And it's cool and it's interesting. We get like this guy right here who ends up who captures these mutants, ends up experimenting on them and like doing all these horrible things to them, pretty much. And it's really interesting. I'm kind of like simplifying this a lot more. There's a lot more complications to all this going on throughout. So I'm just kind of trying to simplify as best as I can. We do find that at the end of this time here that like the regular mutants kind of come back and they start like trying to make their own plans pretty much, and they all look a lot different now though. in this time period and before. They're trying to rise up again to try and defeat their enemies. And it seems they do, because the ascension happened, they ascend to a higher plane of field, the mutants do, in the year 1000. And they're a lot different. They're talking about the war that happened. I guess seems like the mutants pretty much win the war, and that's pretty much where Powers of X ends off. In the year 1000, where the mutants kind of win. So, a lot of time skipping going on throughout this issue. We don't know, we don't understand like everything that's happening, but this is far more interesting than I expected it to be. And John Hickman doing something very interesting with this whole entire series, and really like growing out this world that he created. In a really interesting way. I really dig it for the most part. I do still prefer House of X because that seems to be more linear. This jumps all over the place a whole bunch more, and it's way more complicated. And it does kind of like throw a wrench in the last issue a little bit, because you kind of found out that even after House of X, even they created this picture, it still ends up failing. Seems like they still end up falling back, but near the end they ascend to a higher playing field. So this will be interesting how this all turns out. And where it all goes for Jonathan Hickman. That's pretty much Powers of 10, you guys. That's the news about Powers of 10. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.